Alright, let's get it past with these guys. I think we can ignore these folks. These are just level 24s. Not gonna help us too much with leveling. That is fucked. I forget how dark this game is sometimes. How depressing that is.
What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better.
Yeah, I hope so.
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Oh my god. Let's go. Oh no. This is a bad sign.
Let us pass! My children are starving! Have mercy! Voice-rinsed dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
Fuck off!
Hang it, chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all!
Oh.
I said, where were you, filth? Back to your sties! Cut you down where you stand! Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
Now, where would that be? Where would that be, Clive?
I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. But Lazarus... We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
It's probably not. It's probably not. Let's be honest, Clive. It's not. It's not
The good
abandoned.
news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
It's not abandoned, Clive. Let's be honest here. It's really not. There's gonna be monsters in here or something. Not people, but definitely
This is nothing like I remember it.
How
not people.
quickly a
Just
crown can lose its luster.
some monsters somewhere.
Not abandoned then.
Oh,
Oi! Visitors!
hey, hey, hey.
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Okay, well.
Or not.
Stay down!
I'm sorry I had to do this to y'all. I didn't want to fight, but you know, you guys kind of made me. Y'all got fucked up. Like, badly. It was like not even entertaining. Oh, Clive,
I've
who was
only
it?
ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died.
Huh? Who are you?
Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us.
Are you? No way. You're.
Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
You're lucky at Muriel. I would've, slash.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown.
New heir?
As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
It will be there.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
Yeah!
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
Hell yeah. Reuniting. Sir Wade. I forgot about you, my guy. I'm so sorry.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
Probably does.
He'll show him as much mercy as...
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buick Bridge, and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Yeah, how small?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So wait. The bearers from Alden have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Black or white. They will often be joined by various companions who are keen to lend their assistance. However, they may choose to remain behind at the hideaway. Oh, okay, I gotcha. So he joined me.
Keep them from the bridge.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
Wait, Sir Wade joined me.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village.
So it's like
We tracked down the
location
bastards
based essentially,
responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind.
which
Suffice to say,
which is what they said.
that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Yeah! I got my sight.
Bastards are lucky.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
You got it. About to fuck him up. That's what I'm about to do. I'm about to fuck him up.
What is it now? I told you.
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame!
My flame.
For Azaria!
For Azaria!
You're dead.
Your petty
You're dead.
revolution ends here. On these our swords
You're
we
dead.
swear.
You're dead. That's just it. You're dead. Oh, what? Get parried, loser. Oh, hold on. Let me be fancy with you.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Oh, what? Oh, shoot. Okay.
To fight their battles for them.
Dang. These guys got messed up. Oh my god, there's more.
The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
Come on. This thing's gotta die now. Okay, thank god. 17k. Ah,
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
oh shit. Okay. You're cool, aren't you? You're actually really cool. You're just like the other guy though, but significantly cooler. Oh, I forgot to Ow, I forgot to control the gun. Oh shit. Oh, what damage!
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You mean finish him? That's better. Waken wind!
Shit. What, you think you're cool? You think you're cool? Ah. And you're gone. Jill did a really good job with Ashley over there. I struggled a bit to fight that guy, I'm not gonna lie to you. I struggled a bit.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well.
Oh no,
She'll
not at
move
all.
swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
Oh
I
shit.
suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
The burnt blade from Wade.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Alright, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit.
Come on. You can recognize me.
Clive Rossfield died long ago.
Recognize me.
And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue. You would mock me as well?
I was about to say, what the fuck is happening?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell.
Oh, he's
thou might see
crying.
thy charge once more.
Oh my god.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford.
That's funny.
So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
What's up, Joe? Why are you so upset? What's up? What's up with that? Why are you so upset, spaghetti? This is good. This is good.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, back to that hideaway, I guess. I don't get why we're going back here already. Here be monsters.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Probably, but there's a side quest here, so I'm gonna do a different thing.
I didn't take you for a scholar, Ivan.
Oh, this? Well, it's Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage. I borrowed it from old tomes. Seems there's no creature in the realm so foul it can't be cooked up into something delicious.
Think I'll stick to the unfoul ones, thanks.
Oh, where's your sense of adventure, Sid? Honestly, one glance at these recipes, and even you would trade in your sword for a butcher's cleaver. From spit roasts to sweetmeats, this book has them all. What I wouldn't give to bring these recipes to life.
If it's my blessing you're hoping for, then by all means.
Well, I'm no hunter, Sid. The first tunnel worm I came across would be the death of me. But you're made of sterner stuff. Would you help me resurrect one of these recipes?
Sure.
Something tells me you won't be taking no for an answer. Fine, I'll help.
Fantastic! Thank you.
So, dare I ask what's on the menu?
Chance's Stew. It was once a favourite among the gourmands of Oriflamme, if the author is to be believed. Though Molly's never heard of it. The only problem is that while the recipe is extremely detailed in most respects, it's infuriatingly cryptic as to the main ingredient. A beast, no doubt. Most likely something that would make easy work of a simple cook with more broth than brawn, but unwanted violets. I've no idea what they might be.
Does the book say anything else?
Well, only that the sweetest violets sprout atop the bed of roses.
Roses. Rosaria, perhaps? One of the butchers in Martha's Rest might know something. I'll ask next time I'm there.
Be with the butcher at Martha's Rest. I'll do that later on.
Typical nobles.
How did we
What is
never
this
see
one?
you,
Billy's
Guardians of the Flame?
every day.
Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself. And if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. Normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get the ump about stuff. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit? So, what do you say?
Fine. If you think it will help.
I knew you'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be. He'll open up when he's ready.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first, and you can meet us at the forge. Wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
We'll see which quest that we can possibly do. Do a Blackthorn. Yeah, let's go over there.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
What's up, Maggie? What's wrong?
First August, and now you. What you pair up to? What's it got to do with me? August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it. Did you now? I told you not to stick your nose in my business. What'd you go and do?
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about that? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
Phil shut you up. It's nothing really. Stupid. Not the sort of thing you bother people about. Why don't you tell us all the same? Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be. Made my stuff look like every clumsy shit. I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. Now, every time I reach for my hammer, I'm reminded that I'm not the craftsman I thought I was. There. You happy? You got what you came for? Now piss off.
All right. We're going. I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of hail. Didn't think anything could rattle him. Least of all a stupid piece of leather.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Questioning it means questioning himself. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to his problems. We need to nip this in the bud.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Perhaps we should track it down for him. Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
Too bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it. First things first, then. We need to speak to Karen.
Alright, time to speak to Karen.
Quite a liking to Lady Karen.
Karen, do you have a moment? Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass. An exquisite example of the craft, from what he told us.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd buy it for him.
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his nose up. But it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Happened across him on my travels. Makes all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour of summit. So I took it off his hands for a fair price.
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. Doesn't even have a workshop. He don't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties as he does working their hides.
I see.
He did tell me something, though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd bag it. Now, where the bleeding hell was it sighted? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe... Care Northern, that was it.
Thank you, Karen. We'd be lost without you.
At least you admit it.
Hell yeah.
So, it sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leatherworker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who he is and where he's hiding.
Good idea. Hopefully one of us will be able to track him down.
Use the hunt board to locate the griffin. Gotcha.
Typical nobles.
You've been looking all over for you. Sure.
What's the matter, Nectar?
The matter is this, Kupo.
The hunt board? It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts.
Yes.
Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know?
Of course not, Kupo. I knew all that already. That's why I need your help. As I need not remind you, Kupo, I'm the mightiest of all the Mughals. No fiend of the Force or ghoul of the Greenswell. That was fucking fast. But I need you to slay them all.
Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. What with the Blight and the war, the last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the curse breakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
I think it's so good to have someone who understands me, Kupo. Yeah, here's how you hold it down, Kupo. The horrible one they call does mare. Hansport. Oh, I got this thing. This. Care Norvent Westgate Sambrec. Okay. So I gotta find that there. Okay. So I'm actually gonna call this session there. It's getting pretty late at night. It's not usually where I end the stream, but this game does take a lot out of me. There are huge amounts of dialogue and stuff and the information taken in. I usually want to start this earlier in the days. So I think from now on we're going to be having a new session, new plans for Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy streams might come a little sooner than Destiny streams. Destiny streams might be coming up at later at night, and I might alternate with some Horizon and Final Fantasy so that we can have consistency of both. Night streams are typically going to be either Final Fantasy or Destiny or any other game that matter. More noonish streams, probably like an hour stream or such, is going to be Final Fantasy. And just to continue, make sure that we have some sort of footage of Final Fantasy to continue on forward. Other than that, I'm going to end it here. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I appreciate you all very, very much. I'm going to end the stream as well, so I'm going to thank everyone on stream who were able to stop by. And we're going to call it here. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.